Hi, this is Sarah with Keller Williams Advisors Realty. We have recently returned from a national conference, and during that we had an opportunity to go through some of the numbers that are driving home activity on a national level. And what it boiled down to were actually 5 key factors that ultimately drive the housing market, and they were as follows. The first was the amount of homes that are sold in the calendar year. And for 2011, that number is up actually 1.7%. So that's a good thing. Now, the second key factor were home prices. And this was an interesting kind of comparison to the numbers of selling. We know they're selling for less. In fact, nationwide, we're down about 3.9%. And that puts us at the lowest pricing that we've had since about 2003. So if you're looking at your house on a timeline, you can kind of flash back and determine what that value might look like today. Now, quick sidebar, your neighborhood's going to have its own metrics, but these are just kind of the macro metrics, sort of a 30,000 foot view, if you will. The other thing that factors into what's happening in the housing market is the amount of inventory that's available. And at the end of the year, we had about 8.3 months of inventory available, which is significantly improved over the last few years. We would consider a market that is in balance to have approximately 6 months of inventory. So as you can see, we're just a little bit over that. So we're still in a little bit of a buyer's market. Again, in little micro markets, those numbers are going to be different. But overall, we're starting to come a little bit more into balance, which is a good thing. Mortgage rates are, of course, a huge factor. The average rate for mortgage rates last year was 4.45%. That is the lowest they have been since they have tracked interest rates beginning in 1971. It just isn't going to get much better than that. So terms are huge. And finally, affordability. And affordability has to do with how much the median income owner that we have, or earner, I guess would be the better word, in the United States has versus the median price of the property. And we know at this point, affordability as an actual all-time low. It is the lowest it has ever been on record. And it takes just about a little over 13% of the median earner's income to afford the mortgage payment on a median priced home. And it just has never been better than that. So those 5 factors we'll continue to see interact together to drive our housing market, and those numbers will continue to change as we move through this election year. Not sure where it's all going to look at the end of the day, but that's where we are right now at the end of 2011.